I'm from the University of Manchester. My name is Gary Younge. I'm a professor of sociology there and was a former journalist. Along with colleagues and with funding from Esme Fairbairn, we go to places and we say, what would you like to talk about? And how can we help? And the aim is to try and make the space, for a serious conversation around issues of racism, systemic racism.
My name is Doctor Panya Banjoko and I'm the founder of Nottingham Black Archive. It's great to be involved in the People's Assembly being organised by Gary Younge. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for Nottingham to re-energise, to begin to refocus on what are the priorities for us as black people in this city, and I'm hoping that this will be a catalyst for some form of positive change.
The issue is really that Nottingham, in some ways, is like a failed state. The council is bankrupt, the police are in special measures, the health administration's in special measures. If you're black, you're 5 times more likely to be stopped and searched by the police. 40% of the children in Nottingham live in poverty. That'll be a disproportionate number of those will be black. Disproportionate number of black people will be unemployed. And so whatever statistical heap you have, black people are at the bottom, and it's up to us to talk about how we turn that around. And so the theme of this evening, building resistance, empowerment, unity and representation in a time of crisis. Now, there's a great quote from Frederick Douglass, who was an abolitionist, African-American abolitionist. He said, "Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never has, and it never will." But then comes the question, okay, so we want to build resistance. What are those demands going to be? Who is going to formulate them? Who is going to make them? How do we develop a process of engagement to decide what those demands are and strategically how one would apply them?
I think it's very timely that this roadshow, this event has come to Nottingham at this time, because we really are rock bottom in terms of the black community. Panya mentioned the Marcus Garvey Centre. I know there's a meeting tomorrow. Hopefully something can be resolved.
One of the things we've done since COVID is made a commitment to each other locally to work together, because the most important thing we have is each other, and we need to build more communal spaces, not close communal spaces.
There is a big issue in the schools, and the problem that we have at the moment, just thinking of the solution, but I'll start with the problem, is that everything is so systemic. It's subtle, it's hidden, so you can't pinpoint it. So even if it's happening in the schools, you try and call it out, they'll counter it with policy.
Lack of unity in the community is a massive. Lack of financial investment is also a big issue. We need to be self-sufficient and we need to kind of generate our own funding.
What we want from our leaders, people that are armed with facts, that are conscious and aware and have the literacy and oracy skills to actually get the message across. We want specialists and we want visible representation.
But also like setting up the community-led structures that put the ethics and the vision of how you want to work at the heart of it, in the model of it, so you keep working like that so that in 30 years' time it is still for the community and it doesn't kind of turn to something else.
Politicians are actually the problem, and so while it is power that we want, we don't want to go through it through that traditional route. It's not like we need a different party, what we need is a different system.
We're definitely in a situation where we're lacking in community, and the only way we can rebuild that is by showing up and turning up for each other, for being involved in discussions and being part of thinking of solutions.
There needs to be more cohesion. You know, we talk about black community, but it's all fragmented. There's loads of different communities. We need to come together, have a united voice, support each other.
What I want to see happening, sincerely, is that we continue the the unity. We continue this conversation, and we continue the fight.
People aren't willing to wait anymore, and people are realising that they can't rely on other services now, so people are having to take action for themselves.
The one thing, I will champion education. I will champion it till my final breath.